In this world in which they're telling us so much deceit, I want you to know that if you know the truth, you are more powerful than the folks that are out here being subjugated by deceit. Always remember that. Take a look at what the EU has done to all these nation states. Take a look at the migrant crisis. That was the EU right there. Okay, that was the migrant crisis. I'm just telling you all right now, you need to realize what globalism is. They want to erase the concept of race. They want to erase the concept of religious and dogmatic divide. They want to erase any kind of semblance of the past and create a new human being. I mean, hence, do y'all remember when the migrant crisis first came along and you had these Yehudis coming in the millions? And I don't know if y'all remember, what was it, New Year's Eve in Cologne, Germany, or it was like some kind of a New Year's festival in which Yehudis were raping German women like it was going out of style, and the German police did nothing. They did nothing. The Swedish police are doing nothing to the Yehudis that are going out and raping and pillaging, because this falls in line with what the fucking globalists want. Okay? They want a new race of people that they can fashion and define. They don't want any groups of people that have any kind of connection to an origin of who they are. And as a result, when you do that, this is Marxism, by the way. This is what Marx talked about. When you do that, you become what the state tells you or what the state teaches you. And this is very, very fucking dangerous. And I don't want you guys to be pro-globalist. And I want the best for each and every one of you, because you're human beings. Even though you may think you're ugly, you may think you're stupid, you may think you're short, you may think you're fat, you have the capability of using your mind to manifest whatever it is that you think is the perfect life. You have the ability to do that, man. It is not fucking hard. All right? You're going to live a long life. And even if you have in the time of your life today, in 10 years, it's not going to matter. You're going to live a long life. Always remember that, dude. Always remember that. Okay? And like I said, I really do hope that some of you guys that are listening to me understand that you're individuals. Don't fall in line with conformity, and always think and always try to question everything. That's all I can say, dude. And that's kind of what the boomers did. The boomers were very self-aware at like 18, 21, 24. They were very young, and they understood at least through reading. I mean, there was public libraries back then that held these kinds of books, etc. And they were very aware of who they were, not just politically, socially, but also spiritually. And, this is why they've had so much power, because at some point, you either are going to be a part of the globalist system or you're not. And, it's kind of like the Matrix, okay? Now, let me give you an example, okay? There was a guy by the name of CeeLo, okay? This is a rapper. This is the guy who... I don't know if you know who he is, but CeeLo, is a rapper. He also did the, Gnarls Barkley shit, but he was a part of a group called the Goody Mob. CeeLo Green was a part of the Goody Mob, and the Goody Mob, sang a song about the New World Order back in like 1993, some shit like that. Anyway, let's go ahead, and I just want to show you the song in which CeeLo Green and his group, the Goody Mob, who were all black and Muslim, there were some Muslims in there, etc., who talked about the New World Order back in 1993. Watch and read the lyrics, okay? Okay, they're talking about the New World Order in this song. Listen.
When the scene unfolds, young girls, 13 years old, expose themselves to any tongue they can hate. Got more stretch marks than these hoes, hollering they got rank. See, Sega ain't in this new world order. Them experimenting in Atlanta, Georgia, United Nations overseas. Train assassins, do search and seize. Ain't knocking or asking. They're coming for niggas like me, for white trash like they, tricks like her. Back in slavery, concentration camps, laced with gas pipelines. Infernos outdoors like they had back when they don't. Hitler was living in 1945. Listen to me now, believe me later on in the future. Look it up, where it said, in the Constitution. institution that in the event of a race war, places like Operation Heartbreak Hotel, moments tell until that tight vent seal off despair. Them say expect no mercy. Fool, you should be my least worries. Gotta deal with W2 1099s on marked black helicopters swoop down and try to put missiles in mines. Who's that in my window?
Now, the next person to rap is CeeLo Green. Listen to CeeLo Green.
Me and my family moved in our apartment complex. A gate with the serial code was put up next. They claim that this community is so drug free, but it don't look that way to me. Cause I can see the young bloods hanging out at the store. 24/7 junkies looking for a hit of the blow. It's powerful. Oh, you know what else they trying to do? Make a curfew, especially for me and you. The traces of the new world order. Time is getting shorter. If we don't get prepared, people, it's gonna be a slaughter. My mind won't allow me to not be curious. My folk don't understand, so they don't take it serious. But every now and then, I wonder if the gate was put up to keep crime out or keep our ass in.
That's right, baby. All right. Now, I'm not, if you want to hear the rest of the song, the name of the song is Cell Therapy, Goody Mob. What I'm about to show you is CeeLo Green that came out in like 2000 and like mid-2000s. I don't even remember when exactly it was, all right? But what I'm about to show you here is, when you are trying to help people and you're trying to show people the right direction, you're calling out the authorities and you're saying, hey, there's a new world order, there's a globalist system. They want to take away whatever rights that we have. They're taking it away. I've been saying this for a long time. It's happening now, and the people that knew about it are either being persecuted, prisoned, killed, poisoned, or they sell out. And that's exactly what happened to CeeLo Green. I showed you. You heard CeeLo Green and Goody Mob talking about the New World Order. Gnarls Barkley was his project, in which this guy, what Gnarls Barkley was CeeLo Green and a producer. This basically explains why he sold out.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space.
Mid-2000s.
And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out of touch.
But because
I didn't know enough.
Listen, but it wasn't because I didn't know enough.
I just knew too much.
But does that make you crazy?
Does that make me crazy?
How does that make me crazy, baby? I don't know.
Does that make me crazy?
I don't know. I'm selling out, baby. I'm selling out. Does that make me crazy? Here, let's listen to the next lyric, all right?
And I hope that you are having the time of your life.
But think twice.
But think twice.
You know what he means by this? When you're old, you've experienced a lot of shit. And you see, when you guys are young, when you finally experience something in which it inflames your senses, into which you believe that it's the greatest night of your life, dude, you got to think twice, because the greatest night of your life does not define your whole existence. The interpreted present greatest night of your life is not going to mold you into the future. And a perfect example of this, and I hate to say this, is Bam Margera. Bam Margera, are you kidding me, man? I mean, dude, Bam Margera was able to he made a show, Viva La Bam, in which he was paid. He was paid money to do whatever he could concoct out of his mind, experience any experience that he could ever experience, and it was the time of his life. You could see it in his eyes. I mean, he was experienced everything. He was the badass of badasses, man. And take a look at fucking Bam Margera now, dude. You know what he thinks? He thinks getting drunk to the point in which he is blacked out. That's what he thinks life's about now, man. And that's why I keep telling you that don't think that, hey, if I get all this right now, I'm going to be happy and I'm going to do this and everything's going to be great. Because that's how the devil sells you, boy. You understand? And take a look at Bam Margera now. he can't stay away from the booze. And I'm not just talking about like partying, like, hey, he likes to black out and just completely just lose control of himself. And that's what he loves to do. This guy's experienced everything. He doesn't even know what happiness is anymore. And that's what this lyric here by CeeLo Green. And the reason I'm telling you all this, dude, is because this guy, this song, is the testament to why he went from Goody Mob, calling out the New World Order, to be like, man, I'm working with him, baby. I'm working with the New World Order now, baby. You know what I mean? Because, you could be having the time of your life today, baby. In 10 years, it'll be like, so what? Time is the ultimate magician. Do you understand that? Time is the ultimate magician.
Come on now, who do you
think you are?
Who do you think you are? Bless your soul. You really think you're in control?
You really think you're in control?
Well,
you see, that's his rationalization for selling out.
I think you're crazy.
You think you're in control? I think you're crazy, baby. I think you're crazy. That's why I'm selling out. And that's why I'm making the millions. And that's why this side project, Gnarls Barkley, went everywhere during the fucking early 2000s. Listen to this. I want to be like them. You see, this is where he's justifying being like, man, what are you talking about, man? You want me to be a Goody Mob, man? Just some ghetto-ass motherfucker? My heroes had the heart to lose their lives out on a limb. And all I can remember is thinking, I want to be like them.
Ever since I was little, it looked like fun. If there's no coincidence, I've come.
And I can die when I'm done.
And I can die when I'm done.
I can die when I'm done. Anyway, the whole reason why I even showed you guys this shit is just to show you that this shit is real, and at some point in time, you either fight against it or you join it. I mean, wasn't it Harvey Dent that said in Batman, you either die the hero or you grow old enough to see yourself becoming the villain? And that's why I keep telling you, young people, all right, time is the ultimate magician. And instead of worrying about the present, instead of worrying about whether or not you feel good or if, oh, look, I'm having a great time, etc., you need to recognize that you need to pave your own way in this life, and you don't have to sell your soul to do so, dude. You don't have to. I have not sold my soul. I can assure you all right now, I have not sold my soul. And, all these powers, everything that I've tried to tell you, you people can partake in it. You can tap into it. The problem is that you can't submit yourself to the ignorance that has been bestowed upon you by public education and all this bullshit that is the same education of these people that are committing violence. On top of all this globalist shit on a political and economic and social scale, there's a spiritual component, and it's nothing that I can tell you. You see, anybody who tries to tell you that, hey, I can show you the spiritual way, is a fucking charlatan. This one video clip by Anthony Sutton, and if you're not familiar with who Anthony Sutton is, then I think that you should read about him. There was a clip in which it was very easily found on YouTube, in which he discusses psychotronic weapons. Psychotronic weapons, and this was lectures that Anthony Sutton did in the 70s. And he talked about psychotronic weapons in which now the state, and this was back in, 70s, can just simply direct certain radio waves to populations and make them angry or make them confused or make them feel sad, etc. Our phones are a psychotronic weapon at this point in time. I mean, you all understand, right, folks, that our brain waves aren't derived from our brain. As a matter of fact, science tells us that wherever our thoughts come from, they come from something that's outside, and our brains act as a receiver of those thoughts. And because we in our brains mentally work in this capacity, people with electroencephalograph and other type of tools have been able to study the brain frequencies in which the brain kind of goes to actually concoct thoughts or to make movements or etc. Okay? Do y'all remember that one Star Wars? Here, let me see if I can find it. That one Star Wars, and I can't believe they even sold this in stores. But it was like a use the Force toy or something, or you know what I'm saying? I mean, it was like really bizarre that you used your thoughts to move, like to move some shit. You know what I mean? You use your thoughts to be able to move like a ball up and down and shit. I'm not even kidding around. Let me see if I can find this. Do y'all remember that shit? Here's the Jedi Force levitator.
Hey guys, so I saw this fun thing on CNN. It actually wasn't so much of a fun documentary or interview. It was about people in wheelchairs and this new technology to be able to put electrodes on their head so it connects with their brain and they can control their wheelchairs. Well, they also had this fun toy that the same company licensed to Star Wars in order to make into a game.
And by the way, this is 2010, just letting you all know.
Like to buy little contraptions that I couldn't have when I was a kid, and now I can buy all of them that I want. So, these little electrodes attach to different parts of your head.
Now, what is supposed to happen is this contraption is going to read your brain waves, and it's going to use your thought process and the brainwave frequencies, because that's all this shit's reading. It's reading brain frequencies that come out of your brain. And once these brain frequencies come out of your brain, and typically they understand the general frequencies when somebody thinks about something, this is what moves this ball without you even knowing it, you know?
And now the idea is you can control the ball, so let's do this. So sometimes I think it's if I get my heart rate up. I'm not sure yet. That's what I'm trying to do.
Strong you are with the Force.
Something like that. So
yeah, look at this guy. He wants to take it off because it's freaking him the fuck out. All right, this was 2010, okay? So if they can technically read brainwaves in that capacity and distribute it out in a toy, what makes you think that not only can the phones detect your brainwaves, and they don't even need to detect your brainwaves, dude. They can listen to you. I mean, all your apps are in there. They know who you are, etc. What makes you think that this powerful computer now, that's what phones are, can't send radio waves to your fucking head, especially with all this 5G bullshit? And look, I'm not one of these people who believe 5G is COVID or any of that crap, okay? But 5G, all these broadband video and audio just going through the air in a million and billion user capacity. I mean, you can't tell me that's not affecting the brain waves of not just human beings, but most living life. That's why you got elephants dropping dead. I don't know if y'all read about that. That's why you have birds just dropping down from the sky, etc. So this is the kind of shit you people need to be acquainted with. And I'm not trying to tell you what to think either way, but I mean, the shit that I just showed you people about the Jedi shit, that was a toy marketed for children. All right?